And it is really easy to confuse God's testing with temptation. We think sometimes, well, this is a difficult thing I'm dealing with. God is tempting me. They are not the same. Scripture tells us that God can't be tempted, nor does he tempt anyone. Temptation does not come from God, but testing does. So what's the difference? Well, temptation is what the enemy uses to bring out the worst. Testing is from God to bring out the best. Temptation is from the enemy, and it is designed to lure you away from God's best in your life. It is designed to expose your weakness, and it brings out the worst in us. It's like a trap disguised as a shortcut. Testing, on the other hand, does come from God, not to destroy us, but to develop us. God tests us to refine us, to build our faith, to build strength and trust and endurance in us. One is meant to take you down, the other is meant to build you up. And sometimes it's hard to tell the difference, I'll be honest. Sometimes it's difficult to say, this is God's testing or this is the enemy's temptation. They look very similar. But both of them ask the same question. Whether it's temptation or it's testing, both ask the same question: do I trust in the sovereignty of God? Do I trust in the sovereignty of God? If the enemy is trying to bring out the worst in me, do I trust God enough to walk away from it, to fight it, and to see God as my source? If it's a test from God, do I trust that he knows what he's doing? That my faith has value and it can actually endure? Do I still see him as my source? They both ask the same question. Do I trust in the sovereignty of God? And this is exactly what Abraham is asking in chapter 22. And here's the thing about a test. You don't know what's on the throne of your heart until God asks for it. You don't know what's on the throne of your heart until God asks for it. You see, this is what a test does. It reveals what's true. It reveals what we hold tightly to, especially if God asks for it. It's easy to say we trust God. It's easy to say that he's first in our lives, that we've surrendered everything. But I mean this kindly, church, and you know this already, but talk is cheap. Some of us say things we don't mean, and we don't mean the things that we say. Many of us say, I surrender all. But real surrender is not proved in our words. It is proved in what we are willing to let go of. What we worship, the true God of our lives, is often seen when God puts his finger on something we never imagined and he says, will you give this to me? That's where the rubber meets the road. Maybe it's a dream. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a child. Maybe it's a relationship with a family member. Maybe it's a title. Maybe it's a bank account. Maybe it's your plans. That's when we find out what is truly ruling us. When God says, will you give that to me? Abraham believed that he was surrendered, but it wasn't until God asked for Isaac that the throne of his heart was revealed.